Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are going deep into the world of AI, really focusing on how AI is getting so much better in reasoning, robotics, and even memory architecture. We've got some incredible research to dive into from MIT and Google, so let's jump right in.
Yeah, it's amazing how AI is going beyond just recognizing patterns, and it's really starting to understand the world around us.
For sure. A perfect example of this is MIT's work on what's called chain of thought reasoning. You might see it written as HOKE. Think of it like this. We've got an AI that can make a decision, but it can also explain every step of its thinking to us, just like we would.
Right, and this is a total game changer for fields like finance, where you really need to be able to see why decisions are being made. So imagine this. Instead of just getting an answer from the AI, you can actually see how it came up with that financial recommendation.
Exactly. No more black box mystery. And this could impact so many areas, like medical diagnoses, or even something as everyday as personalized recommendations. If you can understand the AI's reasoning, you can actually trust its conclusions a lot more.
Exactly. CODIT brings a level of transparency and trust that we just haven't seen before. It's about building AI that we can work with and understand, not just an AI that spits out answers.
Okay, so we've talked reasoning, but let's move into the physical world with robotics. There's this incredible paper from MIT and UC Berkeley called EnerVerse Robotic Manipulation via Future State Imagination. That sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, right. But the idea behind it is fascinating. They're using what's called convolutional and bidirectional attention mechanisms to basically let robots imagine the future.
Okay, hold on. How does a robot imagine anything?
Well, think about it this way. If you're going to pick up a glass of water, your brain automatically figures out how your hand has to move, how much force to use, even what the glass will feel like. These robots are doing something similar. They use the visual information they have to predict how their actions will affect the world around them.
So they're not just reacting, they're planning ahead based on what they think is going to happen.
Exactly. That ability to predict the future is crucial for robots to work in the real world. Like, think about a self-driving car in a busy intersection, or even a robot helping out in a kitchen. They need to anticipate what people and objects will do so they can avoid bumping into things
Yeah.
and do their jobs smoothly.
It's almost like they're developing a sense of intuition, the way we just know how to move through the world without running into everything.
I like that analogy. This future state imagination makes robots way more adaptable.
Okay, so we've covered reasoning, robotics. What about memory? How's AI getting better at remembering things?
Well, Google's been doing some really impressive work in this area with something they're calling the Titian architecture.
Okay, what's so special about Titian?
It has this neutral memory layer.
Neutral memory layers.
Yeah.
What is that?
Think about our brains. We have short-term memory for things we need right now, and long-term memory for things we need to remember for a while. Well, Titian's neutral memory layer is like a super efficient long-term memory for AI.
So it gives AI way better memory and recall.
Yeah. And this could have a huge impact on almost every AI application out there. Imagine virtual assistants that actually remember everything you've talked about, all your preferences, so they actually feel personalized and helpful. Or think about language translation systems. That can use a gigantic library of text to give you incredibly accurate translations. That's what we're talking about here.
That's amazing. It's like AI is becoming less artificial
Mm,
and more intelligent all the time.
exactly. And this is just the beginning. Things are moving so fast in this field.
I know. It's hard to keep up sometimes. But that's why we do the deep dive, to break it all down and figure out what it all means.
Exactly. It's about understanding the potential
Oh.
and the challenges of this incredible technology.
Well said. We've only just scratched the surface today. There's so much more to explore in the world of AI.
There is.
But we'll have to save that for next time. For now. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more on AI Frontiers. And we're back. It's not just about AI having more memory. It's about how it learns from that memory.
Right, like the neutral memory layer. It helps AI learn and adapt so much faster.
So it's not just cramming information, it's actually understanding it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about reasoning,
Mm,
robotics,
yeah.
and memory. Like they're totally separate things,
Yeah.
but they're all connected.
They are. You can't have one without the others. If we
Yeah.
want robots that can really work in the real world, they need to be able to make decisions, imagine what's going to happen, and learn from their experiences.
It's like the trifecta of intelligent robotics.
Exactly.
And as these areas keep developing, we're getting closer and closer to robots that can work with us, like real partners.
It is a pretty incredible shift.
It really is. I mean, we're moving from robots as tools to robots as something that can learn and adapt.
That's right. It's like we're blurring the line between human and artificial intelligence.
And that brings up a lot of questions.
It does.
Ethical questions, philosophical questions.
As AI gets more sophisticated
Mhm.
and more a part of our lives, we really need to talk about what role it plays in society.
Yeah. Like, what does it mean for jobs, for privacy, even for how we see ourselves?
Those are big questions.
They are. And I don't think there are easy answers,
I agree.
but it's a conversation we need to have.
Absolutely.
Speaking of conversations, there's been a lot of talk online about AI and voting systems.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are even saying AI should have voting rights.
Yeah.
Corporate decisions.
It's a really interesting idea. AI can process so much information and analyze situations in a way we can't.
So it's like having a super smart advisor.
Right. Who can see the big picture and make recommendations based on data, not emotions.
That's pretty powerful.
It is. But there are also concerns,
Right.
like bias, transparency, accountability.
Right. Who decides what the AI's goals are?
Exactly.
How do we make sure it's not being manipulated?
That's a big one.
And even if we could figure all that out, there's still the question of whether it's even right for AI to have a say in things that affect our lives.
It's complicated.
It is.
It really highlights how AI is changing everything, not just technology, but society itself.
It makes you think about what it even means to be human.
It does.
And, this idea of AI changing the world, it makes me think of virtual reality therapy.
VR therapy.
Yeah. Have you heard about this?
I have?
There are companies like VR Heal that are using AI to create these amazing therapeutic experiences.
It's incredible. They can tailor the virtual reality sessions based on how the patient is responding.
So it's like having a personalized therapist,
In a way?
but in virtual reality.
Right.
And
Well,
because it's VR, people might feel more comfortable opening up.
it could be really transformative for mental health treatment.
And it's not just therapy. AI is changing healthcare in so many ways,
Oh, yeah.
especially in diagnostics and treatment.
There's been some amazing work with systems like I2DD PCR.
Like intelligent, interpretable droplet digital PCR from Stanford.
That's the one.
It's incredible how they've combined AI and molecular diagnostics.
Wait, so they're getting accuracy rates over 99%.
That's amazing.
It is. This kind of technology could completely change how we diagnose diseases, develop new drugs, even personalize medicine,
It's like having a superpowered medical detective
working 24/7
to figure out how diseases work.
and find new cures.
Exactly.
And it goes beyond just diagnostics. I2D PCR can help with clinical trials,
Mhm.
personalizing treatment plans.
So everyone gets the best possible care.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about healthcare, but what about something like climate change?
AI is playing a big role there too.
How so?
Well, companies like Climax AI are using machine learning to predict weather patterns with incredible accuracy.
Like predicting hurricanes and droughts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like having a glimpse into the future of our climate.
It's a powerful tool.
It is. It gives us a better understanding of how our climate is changing and what we can do about it.
And it's not just about predicting the weather. AI is also being used to develop new sustainable technologies.
Right.
Things like optimizing energy consumption and even capturing carbon from the atmosphere.
It's becoming clear that AI can be a huge help in fighting climate change.
That's a really positive thought.
It is.
But
when
we
it's
can't
just-
forget about the challenges.
Right.
We need to make sure AI is developed responsibly, ethically.
Absolutely.
You need to be aware of the potential consequences.
We do. It's a tough balance. We need to be excited about the potential, but also realistic about the risks.
Totally. And this brings us back to something we talked about earlier, AI agents.
Right.
These AI systems that can basically act on their own.
It's a really interesting concept.
It is. And it seems like it's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. We're seeing a shift from AI that just processes information to AI that can make decisions and take action without us needing to tell it what to do every step of the way.
That's both amazing and kind of scary.
I know, right?
So how are AI agents being used right now?
Well, one example is customer service. A lot of companies are using AI agents to answer basic questions and solve simple problems, so the human agents can focus on the more complicated stuff.
So it's like having a virtual assistant.
Yeah, that can actually get things done.
And it's not just customer service.
Nope. We're seeing AI agents in finance, too. They can analyze market trends, find investment opportunities, even make trades automatically.
Wow. That's a lot of power for an AI.
It is. And that's why we need to be careful. We need to make sure these AI agents are aligned with our values and that they're operating ethically.
It's that balance again.
Right.
AI agents could change so many industries, but we need to be aware of the risks.
Definitely.
Wow. We've covered so much today. Reasoning, robotics, memory, ethics, the impact of AI on society, even AI agents.
It's been a great discussion.
It has. Before we go, I want to hear from you. What are your biggest takeaways from today? What excites you most about the future of AI? And what worries you? Let us know in our comments.
And don't forget to follow us at AI for the People. We're building an amazing community here, and we want to hear your voice.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI frontiers. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future deep dives.
And be sure to join us again tomorrow for another fascinating look at the world of AI.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and we're all part of it. See you next time.